Okay, so this is how I would assemble one of my pet doggy mandala designs. I also have a kitty cat one as well. They're all very similar, so this is just the basic process of what I would do. There are lots of mandalas out there that have a lot of layers to them. This one is meant to be a little bit more simple, and definitely is a beginner friendly mandala. So what I use for this is I use cardstock. So for my main puppy here, the bottom part, I use 65-pound cardstock. You could go up to 80 or 100-pound if you want. Just adjust your cutting machine settings accordingly. I did use a Cricut to cut this out with. And then for this part of the design here, the body, the back of the head, and the tail accent piece, I did use a white glitter cardstock. So you can see that also works well on glitter cardstock. So just pick your materials based on your preference. I've already cut these out on my Cricut machine. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add this to the top of the body here. Now, as far as adhesives go, when it comes to working with mandalas, I like to use these thick foam tabs. So they're by Tombow brand. You can buy them on Amazon. You can also find some other things on Amazon, like these really thin strips, which work well if you're working with really skinny pieces and detailed pieces of a design. I also highly recommend this Beacon's multi-purpose adhesive spray. It's excellent for any tiny little pieces or very intricate layers of other mandalas you might work with, and you're not able to add the tabs behind it, so you need to do a glue. Well, instead of dropping clear bits of glue that could end up wrinkling your paper and making it uneven, I love to use the Beacon multi-purpose adhesive spray because it goes on very light and evenly, and I can get it right on there without dealing with my paper wrinkling or anything like that. So it works really, really well for those intricate pieces. So I am, for the body part here, I am going to use some foam tabs because there is enough space to place some in there. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up here. So these foam tabs are quite tiny, and I'm just going to lift one off at a time here and place it. And I'm going to make sure I place it so that, you know, when you flip it over, you can't see it from the top side. As far as your placement goes here with this, just make sure that you're placing everything about an inch apart. You want to make sure your design is fully supported and that nothing is going to be uneven when you're placing this down. So just make sure you're placing enough tabs to keep your design fully supported. You don't have to go completely crazy with them, just enough to make sure it's supported. Alright, so I got all those backs off there. And I'm going to grab the body piece now, and we're going to flip this over and just take your time to align it. Once it's aligned, give it a little press. There we go. So we got that part on. Next part here is going to be to add the head and then the tail here. So you're going to want to add your tabs to the head as well so that it's properly supported, just like the body is. So I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to add some of these tabs. Since there's a lot of space here, I'm just going to grab them in larger chunks and stick them on that way. Okay, there we go. I'm going to add on the little muzzle area. Bring that over. Again, I'm going to use tabs for this one as well. Place this right here. Just like that. Now the only parts that's left here is the eyes and the nose. So you could place these on with tabs if you want. You could also use this Beacon adhesive multi-purpose spray. I think I'm going to use the spray because I don't really want the eyes and the nose looking like they're really floating off from the head. I want them to look like they're a part of it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab a sheet of paper just to protect my surface here. And I'm going to take this, shake it up, and then spray. just like that. Turn this over here. And if you have something like these little tweezers that came with your weeding tools, those can be helpful to pick things up. Flip that over just like that. Whoop, and press it down. That is how I would make one of my pet mandala designs. They can go in a shadow box, or you can make them a little smaller, put them on a card. Just as something fun, decorative around your house. They're super, super, super cute to make.